This by far might be the greatest two-way player to ever play college football. Standing at 6'8", 160 pounds, boom, an unordinary kind of player. And this is an offensive guard slash cornerback. And oh man, look how he grabs that interception. One hand, he is a freak of nature, and the world has never seen it before. And not only getting it done on offense, but he gets it done on defense. He will catch the ball, and also you better watch out because he will get missing and take it all the way for 6. But boom, I just beg you to get out of the way. But after absolutely gaining all the trust from his teammates as a freshman, we represent Buki Badookie XIII. This is Buki Badookie XIII's first game. He absolutely got a pancake first play, but we're going against FCS-SC, and it's time to put them to an end. He absolutely boomed him, oh man. But things don't always go good. With me knocking him into the running back, we had to kick 3. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Buki Badookie XIII was tired. After absolutely working to get down the field, he let up a big play, and he can't kind of let things like that happen because the crowd would absolutely think he's trash just because he can't do both sides like Travis Hunter, but he's absolutely a dog throwing the defender out of the club. But with the physique that he has and being a lineman at 6 foot 160 is impressive to be throwing others out of the club like that, but almost coming away with his first interception. The next play, he's kind of playing it safe and trying not to get burnt, so he's just absolutely kind of tired out there making tackles. But with them driving down with 1 second on the clock to go into halftime, Buki Badookie was kind of upset because they were fired up. But guess what? He dropped that interception almost, but boom! And play by play, he's getting a step closer from getting his first interception, but absolutely reading this. Oh my God, one-hand interception. This might be the greatest interception in history. Oh man. And I know you may be thinking like, run that back. Let me give you the instant replay. He just put his hand in there and absolutely took it away from the wide receiver. And that's kind of separates yourself, boom, from a grown man to a little boy, but boom, just look at that and absolutely laying on him. On to the next play. It's 1st and 10, and I lay a big block and he trips himself up with the hole he had of a touchdown. But on 3rd and inches, Buki Badookie fell on his face, but absolutely caught this defender before he got missing because our running back had an outside counter and got boomed and fumbled the ball, and we just cannot catch a break at all. Buki Badookie XIII stayed in coverage and said, y'all think I'm gonna give up? He got us an interception, got up, and they said, hold on. Instant replay. Oh man, look how he got that 1 foot down. Yes, sir. But it kind of didn't matter because Bo Nix threw an interception, and they absolutely will go on and knee the ball, and they absolutely win the game. And Buki ends the game off of 5 pancakes and 8 total tackles, but we lose our first home opener. After taking a loss last week, boom, we were kind of eager to get back out there and get a win, and Buki absolutely ruined this kid's career. But after pulling and laying a good block on 2nd and 2, we going for 6, and getting on defense, I absolutely strapped him up and told him, don't throw that ball my way again. On 4th and 5, they wanted to bring the special teams crowd, but I said, no, we can score. So we get down to the goal line and throw an interception, and I'm not gonna lie, Buki said, you think you're going somewhere? Ha, ha, ha. He goes all the way for 6. Buki was not catching him, and Buki was kind of mad going into halftime. It was 7-7. Not only is the game tied, but we just can't stop them. We got a great 3rd down stop, and they will kick 3. But getting back on offense, we kind of throw another interception, and Buki makes a tackle to stop him from scoring. But on 1st and 10, boom, I meet him outside. And when I say flat, like put pancakes in a box, he was flattened. But on 4th and 11, I don't understand why we ran the ball, but we're going to lose another game, and Buki ends the game off of 4 total tackles. Us being 0-2 on the season, this is not a great look to come back and play at home. So Buki said immediately, there has to be change. So we go on to score our first touchdown of the game, and on 2nd and 7, I was strapping him up, and I said, don't throw that ball my way. It's no fly zone. But on 3rd and 14, sent back in our zone, I don't understand where this quarterback was throwing the ball, but he threw it to my teammate, and this is how you block back on somebody and make sure that they can't get to you. But he pushed me out of the play, and Buki said, boom, I'm gonna get your player back. Don't worry about it. I think they done unleashed the beast that they did not want to. So on 3rd and 9, they throw the ball Buki way, and what is he doing? Absolutely missing it. But on 3rd and 12, absolutely blocking up. I mean, they brought a blitz package, but guess what? Bo Nix completes it to Franklin. Going into the next one on 3rd and 6, after we draw down the field, I mean, they absolutely blitzed and hit Bo Nix and stared him down. So he had to kick 3, and I kind of didn't like that for them, but we won our first game. Going into Buki's 4th game of the season against Cal, on 2nd and 4, he threw this defender out of the club and absolutely blocked him again. Imagine getting blocked twice, but absolutely going around, and this is even crazier. Going all the way around and not blocking anyone and falling is crazy. But getting to 4th and 3, we absolutely have to punt them the ball back, and it's time to get on defense, and boom, that's how you meet him in the hole. But absolutely on 3rd and 2, missing my interception, going right in my hands and falling right out of my other player's hands too. But on 4th and 2, we got the best defenders in the nation, so we get a stop and get the turnover, and on 2nd and 7, Irvin will get up this sideline, and I absolutely block no one again, but we will score. But on 3rd and 10, going back into the stats, Buki Badookie haven't had an interception since the first game. He had 2 interceptions. That's how you lay a block to go in the end zone. But absolutely, this wide receiver broke his ankles and caught the ball, and Buki tried to catch up. But after all the talking, I think Buki Badookie heard hurt me because he go out there and get an interception and he absolutely baited him thinking he wasn't going to be there, but he came and got that ball and was absolutely fired up with his teammates. We going to win another game. He ends the game off with 1 pancake and 3 tackles. Going into our next game was going to be one of the biggest challenges we had, going against Coach Prime. And the Colorado Buffs are the team to beat, but on 3rd and 5, I had no one to block, so Buki Badookie was just sitting there and we just couldn't get nothing going, so we absolutely kicked 3 to get the game started. But Buki Badookie told Shedeur Sanders to not throw that ball his way. We're getting the ball back, boom, throwing the D lineman on the ground. I said, hey buddy, did you taste the grass down there? And I think I triggered the defense because they hit Bo Nix and absolutely were fired up. But on 3rd and 7, burning Travis Hunter, we were absolutely fired up. And on 1st and goal, I laid a block to go in for 6. But oh my God, on 2nd and 7, reading this curl route, Buki Badookie could go the distance, and he will. Just look how he read that. Oh man. And these Colorado Buffs are in for a good one. But I'll lay another block and we were going for another touchdown. On 2nd and 10, I told him, stop throwing the ball my way, kid. You don't understand, Shedeur. I told you before the game. But oh man, just look at this number 95 go down. Just like his other teammate, they are both eating grass. But as you can see, he has game off for 3 total tackles, with breaking the record and 4 interceptions in 1 game. I'm going to show you how Buki Badookie the 13th did it. On 1st and 10, he read this out route so quickly and absolutely got that interception to start the game off. With Buki Badookie being the best two-way player to ever play the game, they absolutely rallied the ball. We couldn't get anything on offense going, but on 3rd and 9, Buki Badookie the 13th intercepts the ball again, reading the quarterback eyes, and he will take this the distance all the way to the house, and he was fired up. Coach came over to the sideline and said, y'all have to get something going offense, but we just couldn't get it going, and Buki dropped the interception. He could have had another one, but absolutely top up, but guess what? The quarterback overthrows, and this is his 3rd interception of the game. And being a two-way player and getting it done on both sides of the ball is amazing, but he had no one to block, and on defense, he absolutely read this play so perfect, and bam, get that ball out of there. But on 4th and 5, I guess you could say Buki was feeling himself. He let up a touchdown, and they were fired up, but on 2nd and 6, he said, I'm going to get you back either way, so he intercepts that ball, and this is his 4th one, and Buki will break the record in 1 game with 4 interceptions. He gets player of the game with 3 total tackles and 4 interceptions. By getting 4 interceptions in 1 game, that put Buki number 1 on the NCAA interception leaders. And going into our next game did not start off well for us. As you can see, Buki laid a block, but on 4th and 13, why are we running the ball? But Noah Sewell said, Buki, don't worry, I will get that ball back, as he intercepts the ball, and we get down to the goal line and we will punch it in. Boom, oh man. With that big hit right there, that will make a shift in the game as he pancakes this D lineman, and Bo Nix rolls out of the pocket and will go all the way for 6. Boom, let's hit the running back hard. Boom, let's hit the wide receiver, and let's try to get him, but I kind of got blocked up. We were going to win the game. He ends the game off with 5 total tackles. Going into our next game against 5-1 UCLA, getting back in my drop, I break on that ball, and Buki Badookie the 13 takes it to the crib. And this comeback route for number 10 might have been the weakest comeback route ever, so Buki took it all the way to the house, and he was fired up early on. Boom, on 2nd and 6, absolutely laid a big block, but he kind of just knocked the player into his teammate, so it kind of wasn't a good thing. You know, we got a negative yard rush, so better luck next time. But on 3rd and goal, when you see Buki coming through, you better get out of the way, because we go in for 6. But absolutely getting the ball back on 2nd and 1, I kind of made him do a flip, but I was kind of frustrated. But we drive down the field on 2nd and 3, I knock him out of the club, and guess what? We going for another touchdown. We're going to win the ball game. He ends the game off for 2 pancakes and 5 total tackles. Going into our next game on 2nd and 11, would you just look how I made that hole so open for Irvin? And that's how you start off intense to the game. But on 2nd and 7, I was absolutely blocking him up. Franklin goes all the way for 6, but it was kind of called back. They said he stepped out of bounds, and slightly he did. And I was blocking up on that goal line as we drove down. And Bo Nix drops it off to Irving, and he goes in for 6. But going on defense, we get a stop, and we will go back to offense. And absolutely come around that corner, I boomed him. Not only him, guess what? I caught his friend as well. They both went down to the ground. But on defense, boom, we're absolutely not letting up any points. And on 2nd and 5, I will get my interception, and I'll take it back to the crib. I bounce it out left sideline, and I have one man up beat. No, I will not beat him. He went for my ankles. But giving Bo Nix great pass blocking, Coda goes all the way down to the crib for 6. And on 2nd and 10, not only 1, but I get my 2nd interception of the game. He ends the game off with 3 total tackles. After all the wins we pick up, going into our next game against Utah, we were fired up to go into, and I absolutely take ACL MCL out as we go get that first down. And with great pass blocking, we go with the first touchdown of the game. And on 1st and 10, Bernard runs it outside, and bam, son, I'm gonna catch it every time. But baiting this wide receiver up on 1st and 10, I come down with the interception, and I kind of want to return it, so I was juking and weaving, trying to catch my balance, but they all rallied the ball, and he was absolutely fired up. Falling asleep in my zone, I let this wide receiver get it, but he didn't get the first down, but they ran it in for 6. And with taking this defender down, clearing the hole up, my running back absolutely stiff-armed his way to that first down, but we get out to the goal line, he throw a dot to Franklin for 6, but absolutely trying to go catch this ball. I made the hit on it, and the QB just don't understand, throws it my way again. I intercepted, but I was out of bounds. I said it's no fly zone. Why are you throwing it my way? But bam, and his player the next play. And with 1 minute left, I kind of see why he threw it. Like, what do you have to lose? Buki Badookie XIII picks the ball off, jukes and weave, and oh man, he about got missing, but they were rallying the ball. He gets player of the game with 4 total tackles and 2 interceptions. Buki Badookie XIII is having a great season. Outstanding for a freshman and get to their grounds. And that's how you get manhandled with one hand. We're going into our next game against Arizona. They're 2-8, and let me throw your teammate down as well. I'm going to treat you guys as such. But shedding this block on defense, boom, Buki already knew what he was going to hit and hit his other player, and we let them absolutely get 3 points. The coach said next time I want a turnover. That's absolutely too much. But blocking up on offense, on 1st and 10, we go down and score 6, and going into the next play, oh man, how did this go through Buki Badookie XIII hands? But absolutely forklifting this player. My running back absolutely gets the first down, and we need a ball, and we going to win the game. He ends the game off for 7 total tackles. Going into our next game against Oregon State, throwing him to the ground and showing him who the real Oregon is. On 1st and goal, we were blocking up, and Bo Nix goes in for 6. And in what right mind was Oregon State in? Trying a 60-yard field goal? Are they crazy? But absolutely booming their teammate into the sideline. But on 3rd and 10, my teammates had a miscommunication, so they will go in and score. But coming back on offense, I had no one to block, but we still went to score. But I told this wide receiver, I said, and he dropped the ball. He got scared. But going into the next play, I get an interception, and this time this will go all the way. No, it would not. He would get hit, but he breaks the school interceptions in 1 season whole record with 14 interceptions and end the game off with 4 total tackles. Losing the 2 games at the beginning of the season, you will never think we'd be in the position that we are. So we're going into our conference championship game and absolutely booming him. I kind of hit him into the running back, and I have a problem with doing that, but we going for 6. But them almost returning kick return put them in position to kick 3 points early on in the game. But getting this crazy catch from the Trojan, it was just absolutely going downhill, and they just started scoring. So we go back in and score, but things just kind of weren't going our way. I absolutely miss Caleb Williams, and he will go for 6, and they were going to beat us and take away that conference championship that we absolutely wanted. But it was a great season from Buki Badookie XIII as a freshman. Absolutely ended it off with 50 tackles and 15 pancakes. But drop in the comments down below if this is the best two-way player and you enjoyed this video, and also like the video and don't forget to subscribe.